Good morning, everyone. It is 11 o'clock in the morning, and we are getting you ready for Fantasy Week 8 here on Fantasy Football Today, presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. And it's been a weekend with a lot of news, a lot of quarterback news. Dave, Richard, what's going on? How are we?
I don't even know if Drake London is playing. I'm not 100% sure that Dalton Schultz is playing. We just got word that Matthew Golden is playing. We have a lot of news, not just at quarterback, Adam. It's a lot of receivers, some tight ends too. It's National Tight Ends Day, and it's week 8 in the National Football League.
I think you said Dalton Schultz. You meant Kincaid.
No, I meant Dalton Kincaid, yes.
Okay. Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is in a lot of my lineups, Dave. You just really
Mine too. Well, Dalton Schultz is playing. I love that he's got, the opportunity to be the primary target of CJ Stroud. We know the 49ers defense, man, they've lost a bunch of people and they still keep chugging along, but they've struggled against tight ends lately. You can look at Kyle Pitts and what he did last week. I feel a little weird saying that I love Dalton Schultz because I haven't said those words in that order maybe ever in my life, but this is the week where I think Dalton Schultz can end up being especially good in PPR.
All right. So we welcome you all, and we'll take a look at your questions soon. Jamey will be joining us soon. Now, and then we're going to have Heath and Jacob rotate in. So the other headlines. All right, let's talk about streaming quarterbacks. You got Justin Fields back in the mix.
Ew.
Marcus Mariota. No one's going to start Tyler Huntley. I know I'm forgetting one here.
There's a big one that showed up in our lives a little more than 24 hours ago. Yes, sir.
That was the one. All right, so what are your thoughts on all of this? Who are the biggest movers in your rankings over the weekend, basically?
Cousins was obviously the biggest mover because he was not ranked. And then the fact that he's going to start for the Falcons against Miami, it was fun doing the research on Cousins, recognizing that his efficiency was much better than where Michael Penix was last season compared to this season. And the Dolphins defense is just terrible right now. It's a home game for him. It's a chance for him to go out and show what he can still do. He can showcase himself a little bit. It could be for a trade this year. It could be to be a starter on somebody's team next year. Who the heck knows? But I'm kind of encouraged by Kirk Cousins. And I kind of had to rein myself in from ranking him higher than where I have him. Adam, I have him 15th. I would start him over Mariota. I would start him over Fields. I would start him over Dalton. Just about every streaming quarterback that you'll look at and you'll go, oh, am I really going to start this guy? You might say that about Kirk Cousins too, but at least Cousins is taking on the Dolphins. I don't think he's going to be a caretaker. I would take the chance on him.
By the way, did you say Matthew Golden is playing?
Yeah, that's what I saw from NFL Media's Ian Rappaport.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Man,
I don't like that Christian Watson is also expected to play. Also, Dalton Schultz is playing.
That's good. All right, let's get some questions in here, and we'll go through the rest of it. We're definitely Drake London, and because take a look at your waiver wire. In 2 of my leagues, Darnell Mooney is on waivers, and if I see those inactives at 11:30, I am
dude who
the show.
he had some good vibes with Kirk Cousins last year. One of if not his best year as a fantasy receiver came with Kirk Cousins as his quarterback. Talking about Mooney.
Okay. Yes. Well, most of his season came with Kirk Cousins as his quarterback.
Right. It's true. But look at how he's done this year. Now he entered the year banged up, and he really hasn't looked right until last week. He started to look pretty good last week. But I think that Cousins will look for him. And I'm just going to talk about the Dolphins defense every time we talk about Kirk Cousins because it's so bad. Their secondary isn't any good. Mooney can beat them. This is an opportunity for him to put up maybe his best game of the year too. I'm starting him in the league. I'm desperate for a win in.
Problem with this game, though, is that the Dolphins' run defense is so bad.
It's true.
And by the way, Tyler Algier is another guy we got to find out about. But Dolphins' run defense is so bad, they see the second fewest pass attempts in football. Debo, who's playing, or Tedero McMillan?
Debo.
And by the way, Bryce Young, good chance he's back next week. Higgins or Odunze, and Pittman or Debo?
I would go Odunze over Higgins and Debo over Pittman. Yeah, I'm a little high on Debo this week. I think he could have a big week against Kansas City.
I think I'd go Higgins. I'm a little worried. I don't know. It feels like Odunze is ready for a bounce back, but the lack of Lamar Jackson, I think, hurts the Bears' passing game here.
I agree.
So that's something to keep in mind.
Huntley might be a small upgrade over what Cooper Rush has given them. but it's not like, oh, well, now the Ravens can, do whatever they want and operate as normal. I don't think they can do that.
No. Tyler Huntley, some numbers here.
Please.
2021, he played 5 games, 85% or more of the snaps, and he threw 35 and a half pass attempts per game. Now, that was a year where the Ravens were just throwing the ball a lot. It's the only year in the Lamar Jackson era. And he was fine. He was on pace for 3,500 yards, but only 10 touchdowns. 2022, 4 games playing 85% or more of the snaps. He averaged 143 yards per game. Horrible. 1 start in 2023, threw for 146 yards and a touchdown. 5 starts with Miami. He averaged 166 passing yards per game and less than a touchdown, about a half a touchdown per game. He did leave one of those games early. So unless he's throwing the ball 35 times, you usually don't get much production from him. Although, as Dave will point out, he does throw to the tight ends a lot, and it is National Tight Ends Day. And Thomas texted me earlier to remind me that last year, 17 touchdowns scored by tight ends on National Tight Ends Day. It's a really cool stat. Thank you, Thomas. It kind of matters to me.
It almost acts as a tiebreaker if you're debating between a receiver and a tight end for your flex spot.
All right, here's a tight end question. Well, first, Woody Marks or Isaiah Pacheco, and Kareem Hunt expected to play, and then Mason Taylor.
I'm sorry. I think I have Marks a little bit higher than Pacheco. No, I'm lying. I lied. Pacheco over Marks.
And then Mason Taylor or Fannin if Njoku plays.
It's Taylor, but I'm gonna have trust issues with all Jets not named Breece Hall.
And sit 2, Rico Dowdle, Alvin Kamara, Darnell Mooney, Matthew Golden. Well,
Golden is the first sit.
Okay.
And I think I probably have Kamara the lowest of those other 3. No, I've got him higher than Dowdle in full PPR, and I've got both higher than Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney would be in the lineup, though, if London's out.
Or no. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tight end question, Pitts or Schultz?
Schultz.
Kate Otten or Bill?
I would struggle with this if non-PPR, but in full or half PPR, it's Otten for me easily. I'd probably go Otten even in non-PPR.
Oh, Jamey, right on time for this Adam is the man quote. Was this from you, Jamey?
Never.
Theo Johnson or Mason Taylor?
Mason Taylor.
Yeah, we've got no Garrett Wilson. We've also got no Josh Reynolds in this game. And we have the Bengals matchup.
Got no quarterback either.
Got no quarterback. Yeah, I don't want to. I think Heath. Well, let me check his rankings because we have the Superflex League where we have to start Justin Fields. I feel like he's a little excited about that, and I am not at all. Jamey, what are your thoughts? Fields versus Cousins.
I would probably go Cousins if London plays. I would go Fields if London's out.
I'm so excited for the inactives. Let's give everybody an idea of where these guys have these quarterbacks in their rankings. So for Jamey, 11 is Flacco, 12 is Dart, 13 Rodgers, 14 Mariota, 15 Love, 16 Cousins. Jamey,
15
that's
Love. Now you're playing tennis again.
17 Fields. So Mariota, he's got Rodgers, Mariota, Flacco, all ahead of Cousins and Fields. Dave's a little different. He's got Flacco the highest, then Daniel Jones, then Rodgers 12, then Love 13, Caleb 14, Cousins 15, Mariota 16. And then Fields is going to be 18 after Carson Wentz played already. Okay, back to the questions. Hunter Henry or Harold Fannin, non-PPR?
Fannin.
I'd lean Fannin. I'd also see what's on waivers.
Well, but what if Njoku's out? That's an easy Fannin.
Yes. Right.
I wouldn't go to waivers, right? I mean,
Goddard. Man. Like if Evan Ingram was sitting there, maybe even Juwan Johnson, I'd probably go with them over both of those tight ends if Njoku plays.
If Njoku plays, yeah. Sorry,
I'd still go Fannin if Njoku plays.
All right, but if he doesn't play, then just start Fannin. We're cool with it. Dallas Goedert or Tez?
Goddard.
Goddard's top 3 tight end.
Yeah. Kendrick Bourne, Alec Pierce, Chimere DK, or Juwan Johnson, PPR?
I'd go Juwan Johnson.
I might go Juwan too.
Okay. Interesting.
Tight end week.
Not great choices. Yeah, it is. Loveland or Fant, Judy or Coleman?
Yeah. Welcome to hell,
Fant,
Dan.
I guess. I'd go Fant and Judy.
I'd probably lean the same way, but I'd also encourage you to see who's on waivers and just make sure that you're starting the best 2 possible humans that you can.
The wide receiver that you should be looking for is Jalen Knoll, just because he's widely available.
Starting him against Jamey in a league.
Broncos wide receivers, I like them too. They're not as widely available as Knoll, but they've got a great matchup against Dallas.
Hope Kendrick Bourne can get back in the positive thing, but it's not looking great. Houston's such a tough matchup.
Yeah. Makes me nervous.
Yeah, and the same thing: Pacheco or Juwan Jennings, PPR.
I just take a chance at Pacheco at this point.
I would too.
Trade away CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Warren for Jonathan Taylor in half PPR.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to pay up to get Jonathan Taylor, so it's probably the right type of deal.
Right.
Okay. Troy Franklin or DJ can't score anymore.
That's a great nickname. Franklin's got more upside.
All right. Good morning, gents. If Njoku plays, should I? You might want to sit him for those guys anyway. How do you feel about Fannin, Otten, and Schultz?
Otten is my favorite by far, so I would just play Otten.
Schultz is my favorite. It is not by far. I would rank it Schultz, Otten, and then Fannin, even if Njoku's out.
All right.
Do you know that Otten has scored a touchdown in 3 of his last 4 games against New Orleans?
That's cool.
Interesting. And it's tight ends week. Dak or Bo Nix?
Bo.
I've got Dak, but it's close. They're both top 5 for me.
Which Dalton do you like better?
The one who's playing.
Well, let's say they both play.
Schultz.
I'd probably go half PPR. You could talk me into Kincaid.
Oh, look at this. I'm holding my like until I'm saving my like until you hold the chat hostage. Okay. Deal. Let's see how many we have here, and we'll answer this question first. But Diggs, Waddle, or Debo?
See, I would hold the answer to this question hostage.
Oh, okay.
While we pander for likes.
Well, we got 2,100 people. We got a 10% like rate. Okay, this is a new advanced metric. 10% like per streamer rate. About 2,200 people. We have 218 likes. So we need to get this to 500 likes. It's so easy. I mean, it's easy.
What did we end up on Friday with the Dan whereabouts?
I don't know how many likes. I don't know how many we got to. I know we got enough.
It seemed to work.
It did work. Yeah, we can make something else up about Dan if you'd like.
That was the truth. Who made anything up? What's wrong with you?
The Toothpick Factory. Oh man. All right, we are at 358 likes. We're almost there.
The comments to that were some of the funniest things I read.
I'm going to tell you guys 406 likes. I'll tell you guys what I did this morning. Never thought I'd say this. I had spray olive oil. I was making something.
You peed standing up?
I sprayed olive oil in my eye. It was really rough.
Who are you, Mr. Bean? How does that happen?
So it was brand new, 454 likes. It was brand new, and I opened it, and it wasn't spraying. So like an idiot, I'm like looking at it, taking it apart, and put it back together, and then got me
so you're oil oval lava.
Yes, oil oval lava. 496 likes. 4 more likes before we answer. 496. Hit that like button. And Diggs, Waddle, or Debo. Who you picking? PPR.
I'm picking Debo.
All right. And welcome, everybody. If you're just joining us, I see the numbers going up, so that's good. Romeo Dobbs or Cade Otten, tight end premium.
Otten by a mile.
If it's tight end premium, it should be Otten.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than it was. I thought I was like on my way to the ER, but no, it was fine. Mason Taylor or Theo Johnson.
Were you blind?
No, it really wasn't that bad. It was more of the shock of it. It was just so pathetic.
Oh, I wish you had cameras in your house.
Yeah, Mason Taylor.
It's Taylor, but ugh.
Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Dalton Kincaid or Kyle Pitts, half PPR?
I'll take Kincaid. Pitts is the answer if there's no Drake London.
Pitts is the answer anyway.
No, it's not. It's Kincaid.
Adam was a drama major for sure. Yeah, you know it. You know, Johnny Airport knows everything about me. Mariota.
Johnny Airport with the best subtle joke ever in the history of this chat on Friday.
What was
when
it?
I said, "What's the one thing that your wife does that annoys you?" And he said, "Grilled burgers." It was so good.
He's so quick. He really. We need to have him on the show.
It was as perfect as you could get.
I think you're going to get a lot of different answers for this question, Paul. Mariota, Fields, or Cousins? What are you guys going with?
Is Drake London healthy? If he is, I'll take Cousins.
Yeah, I'll take Mariota with his 2 receivers healthy.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with Dave there. But if London's out, Mariota. But not Fields, right? Not Fields?
I can't.
Yeah.
If he had Wilson, yes.
Yeah, sure. Gadsden or Bowers rest of season?
Bowers.
I'd go Bowers.
If London is out, Deebo Samuel, Matthew Golden, or Darnell Mooney?
Still Deebo.
Yep.
Start Judkins or no, Judkins over Algier. Yes. Sorry, I don't mean to be dismissive. I get where you're coming from, but it's just a little too risky to start Algier. Tucker Kraft or Jake Ferguson, PPR?
Ferguson.
Fergie.
Mims, Coleman, or Bill, PPR?
Mims.
Woody Marks. That looked like Bill Belichick when I read it first. Bill Pacheco, pick one, standard scoring.
I think Pacheco scores, so I'll go Pacheco.
Pacheco self before you wreck yourself.
Did you see what Belichick did yesterday?
Yeah, he went for two. He went for the
win. Yeah. Almost got it. Yard away. Did Jamey get in trouble with Dan for revealing his secret location?
He was a little annoyed with me, yes.
Yeah. Fields or Flacco?
Flacco.
Joe.
Pierce or Downs?
I'd go Downs.
Mac Jones. This is a backup quarterback we haven't talked about. Mac Jones or Mariota, and then Algier or Mooney?
Mariota for me, and probably Mooney over Algier. And that, even if London plays, I think I'd go that route.
I would go Mooney if London is out, Algier if London is in.
A lot of faith in Algier with 3 catches this year or something like that.
I mean, Mooney's been lighting it up.
Mooney's gonna get you like 8 PPR points, right? And he was open for a 40-yard catch this week, and
it's true. Yeah, if Algier doesn't score, then I don't think he gets to 8 PPR points.
I don't know if he gets to 4 PPR points if he doesn't score. I mean, to be fair, Mooney's been 4 points in week 2, and then he left week 4 with an injury.
Yeah, he was better with Cousins last year than he was with Pence.
Yeah, these are. I mean, what a like. Look at the possible outcomes for Tyler Algier in full PPR: 2.4, 15, 1.4, 11.1, 10.8, 1.6. He's been either 2.4 or less or double-digit PPR fantasy points. But his 3 good games are their 3 wins.
He had a bunch of carries.
You're overcomplicating it. It's the Dolphins.
It is, yeah. Pacheco or Shakir?
I'd go Shakir.
Pacheco higher. I can double check.
Would you start T. Higgins or Mooney if London doesn't play?
Higgins.
I'm agreeing with T, and I do have Shakir higher.
Jackson Dart or Daniel Jones?
Jones.
Let's reset a little bit here. We'll do this every 20 minutes or so, and we'll do it again, in 10 minutes when we get the inactives rolling in. But Jamey, what were some of the major rankings changes you made over the weekend with a lot of news coming in?
I took AJ Brown out. That sucked. Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert were big risers. Josh Downs moved into the rankings, so that dropped Alec Pierce down about 10 spots. Trying to think. The quarterback stuff dropped Zay Flowers with the Lamar Jackson news, which sucked. And I took him out of the column. He was a start. Trying to think anything else.
Let me hit you on that one. Zay Flowers versus the Commanders wide receivers.
Both Commanders wide receivers. So initially I was Zay over both with Lamar, Debo and McLaurin over Zay now.
And now we've talked about it a lot as a hypothetical, but now that it's happened and Lamar Jackson's out, What'd you do with Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze?
I didn't really move them much. I think they're still, low-end starters. So, I would start Caleb Williams over all the replacement guys. I just think that's easy, given what the Ravens defenses look like the majority of the season, healthy or not. So Caleb's going to be in that 20 to 22 point range, I would think. You're hoping for Mariota and Cousins and Fields to, probably be 18 to 20 points.
How are we feeling about Caleb Williams versus Joe Flacco and Jackson Dart?
I would still start Caleb Williams over those guys.
I'll
Dave?
start those guys over Caleb Williams.
Dave, you have Flacco, then Dart, then Caleb?
Yes.
You're pretty low on Caleb, as I just read your rankings. What do you have, like 15th or something?
I've got him at 14.
Yeah. That's 15th or something, right? I nailed that.
Whatever. You think 11:30 is in the afternoon.
I got a real tough one here. Rico, half PPR, Rico Dowdle, Chase Brown, Cade Otton, Tedero McMillan. Who you like?
Brown.
I would go with Rico.
Rico, man, Buffalo's run defense is pretty bad. I think we're getting a lot of Rico Dowdle questions. Let's check his start percentage. He's he's 87% started. I don't know. Like last week, they ran the ball so much, right? Because they were winning the whole game against the Jets.
Sure.
This week they're playing the Bills. I don't know how I feel about a running back splitting carries series by series or possession by possession. How do you feel about Rico Dowdle, guys?
I think he's the number 2 running back. I mean, you're comparing him to Chase Brown, who's been, very tough to trust. And the Jets
I want to go with Cade Otton here.
That's fair. If you want to do that, it's fine. I mean, I like Cade Otton a lot. I think there's huge opportunity taking on New Orleans without Mike Evans there.
Yeah.
Did you hear Baker talk this week about how much he doesn't like playing against the Saints?
No.
He kind of made some comments about how, like, what did he say, Jamie? Like something about, like, did they play dirt? Yeah. I think I could see Baker wanting to A, bounce back after a bad game against the Lions, and B, kind of shove it in their faces a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with the matchup whatsoever for Otton. It's just a matter of opportunities and can he score? Can he keep up that touchdown streak that you talked about, Jamie? In full PPR, you could talk me into Otton over Chase Brown. I like Chase Brown this week. I think that this is finally the type of game script that the Bengals can actually like run the ball a lot in. So I think Chase Brown's got a chance at having like his best game of the year. That could be 14.5 PPR points. He hasn't done that yet, but I think he could have a pretty good game. So I lean him, especially if it's half PPR.
All right, let's see if we can find something in the chat that's a question with good players. Okay.
It's week 8. Good luck.
Wan'Dale Robinson or Jalen Waddle, half PPR, and Darius.
Two great players.
One of them is.
I'll take Waddle, but it's close.
Dinesh, you say good afternoon. You got 6 minutes. 6 minutes until the afternoon. Okay, 11:30 is afternoon. Once the inactives come in, it's afternoon. PPR pick 2: Monangai, Bourne, Mims, Jalen Noel.
The last 2.
I'd go Mims, and you got to convince me on Noel, dude, because I love the talent. I don't know if the Texans are going to do the right thing and play him all game long and give him opportunities.
What choice do they have?
Dude, I don't know why. They've been playing Braxton Berrios. They've been playing Xavier Hutchinson.
Not last week.
No, they started the game with Berrios.
Yeah,
and they did pivot to Noel by the end of the game.
And Noel had 2 huge catches for them. I can't imagine them going away.
I hope you're right. I'm nervous to trust the Texans offense.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
I feel like it's a dice roll to go with Noel, but think about the floor for Bourne and Monangai, and it's like for Monangai, it's like 5 PPR points. For Bourne, it could be like 9, and that wouldn't be that much for Noel to get. So maybe.
So what were your 2?
I'll play it safe with Bourne along with Mims, but I kind of hope I'm wrong. Like I kind of want to say Noel.
Jamie, Mims and Noel?
Mims and Noel.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what started this whole sidebar.
Judy or Noel?
No.
I don't want to trust Jerry Judy.
Drop Jackson Dart for Joe Flacco, Schultz or Kittle?
I I mean, look, if you have an inkling of Flacco being better than Jackson Dart, which would not be a huge surprise, then make that move. To me, it's somewhat lateral. You know, you're talking about two guys that I think have upside rest of season. It's just going to be different how they get it done. So I would probably just see if Dart can continue to build off what he's done and probably stick with that personally. But I would go with Kittle over Schultz this week.
I agree with Kittle. I think if you're in a win, if you're desperate for a win, Flacco is who you should start. And if that means cutting Dart to get Flacco, I don't love it. But if he's your most droppable player, then do it.
I haven't seen any Devontae Smith questions yet, but just out of curiosity.
He's a must start.
Yeah, but is
Top 3 wide receiver.
Yeah,
Top
I don't know if
3?
I could name 5 receivers that I'd rather start.
Okay.
Double-digit targets in each of his last 3, and I think there's only been 3 without A.J. Brown on the field. 14.9 PPR points is the worst he's done in those games. And he's taking on a Giants team missing half of its starting secondary.
Should be a competitive game. Dak or May, 4-point per passing touchdown.
Dak.
I agree.
Chase Brown, Alvin Kamara, Woody Marks, Harold Fannin. Pick 2.
Chase Brown and Fannin without Njoku, Kamara with Njoku.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah. Really interested in this. Heath, not our Heath. Heath, you're not going to get answered like that. Now I'm trying to find what Heath did. I'm going to scroll up, see if I can find anything from Heath. Maybe we blocked him.
Spam the chat.
Maybe he did something bad. Then I'm just going to laugh at him. I see
Njoku is on the field with no shirt on, no wrap on his knee or a brace.
Okay.
Is he tanning?
Zay Flowers, Dallas Goedert, Wan'Dale Robinson, pick 2.
Goddard and Wan'Dale.
Yeah, kind of want to get away from Flowers.
Okay, well, let me just check. Flowers had one good game with Cooper Rush, right? Let's see. He had like 14.
Drake London is out.
Oh, no, he had 12.
Wow.
Drake London is out. Okay, give me 1 second. Add Darnell Mooney, and we're going to drop Kendrick Bourne, and we're going to start Mooney over. We're going to start Mooney over Diggs or Dowdle.
Both.
Well, pick one. Half PPR. I'm going to start him over Dowdle.
Sure.
Okay. Does this encourage the Falcons to just run more?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. Back to all of you guys here. Here we go. Tez Johnson, Romeo Dobbs, or Darnell Mooney?
I would go with Mooney.
I feel like I kind of like Dobbs.
Wait, we said
over Mooney without.
This is for sure.
Yeah. NFL media reported it 30 seconds ago.
All right. Thomas, do me a favor. Throw up some questions here. I got to make a roster move.
Oh, selfish. We're doing rankings to help people in the world.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, you can't do
here for the
Mooney
next
over
2 hours.
Shakir is easy. Mooney
You guys
over
are gone in
Shakir.
15 minutes.
Oh, yeah. We're not doing anything.
You have time.
Yeah, we're not doing anything.
That's
we only
okay.
have hours
I
to
can
do.
sort of multitask. Go ahead. Next question. Dowdle or Brees?
I can't see the question, so you have to tell me.
Spencer Rattler or Kirk Cousins?
If that is a actual real question, I would go with Kirk Cousins.
Oh, yeah. I mean, why would I lie to you about
Oh,
that?
it's real.
Far more preposterous.
And it's
Next one. Michael Pittman or Darnell Mooney?
I would go with Mooney. I'm actually moving Mooney ahead of Pittman as we speak.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that. Flowers or Woody Marks in full PPR?
I would go with Flowers.
I would too.
Okay, I'm good now. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Hey, Thomas. 6-point per passing touchdown, Mariota or George Pickens? And half PPR.
Mario.
Yeah,
I get it. It's a good question, but Mariota. Odunze or Dowdle?
Odunze.
Rome.
Debo or Dowdle? Sorry, I meant to click that.
Debo Samuel.
Odunze.
Different question. Debo or Dowdle? Okay, whatever. Mims
Debo
or
over Dowdle.
Yeah, Jamey
Mooney
answered.
over Mims.
Yeah, Mooney over Mims now.
Yeah.
Where are you going to rank Darnell Mooney, guys?
He's 17th at receiver.
I haven't figured that out yet, but I will get there.
Okay.
I didn't like. I don't know if I love the idea of starting Mooney over Pittman in full PPR. So that
I
could
do it
give you an
down there.
idea.
How about Mooney over Pickens?
I don't think I can
wouldn't
do
do
that either.
Oh my gosh. I just saw the Dolphins are going back to Zach Wilson, but it says their backup quarterback.
Well, he did the report that Tua
That'll
was sick
fix
this
it.
one.
Tua is sick, yeah, but expected to play. David Njoku is active. All right, we should probably take a little bit of a break from the questions and just give you all the big updates here. So Njoku is active. So if you have Fannin,
Oh,
you
now I
might
don't have
want
to have
to
an illegal lineup in the Baked Burger League. Thank you.
What's that?
Now I don't have to have an illegal lineup in Baked Burger League.
Oh, that's great news. But the big one here is that Drake London is active. So Darnell Mooney, Jamey just says he has him as wide receiver 17. Dave appears to be contemplating. Does this eliminate Kirk Cousins from the streaming? Not eliminate. How is this a big downgrade for Cousins?
Yes.
It's a downgrade. I mean, again, I don't know how many people were excited to start Kirk Cousins, but he's definitely behind Flacco. He's behind Mariota. He's behind Dart. He's behind. I would still probably consider him ahead of Justin Fields just because Fields is also down. His top receiver in 4 point for passing touchdowns. I'd probably go with Fields over London, but in 6, I'd go Cousins. In 6 points, I'd go Cousins.
Okay. Dalton Kincaid is playing, by the way. So how about Kincaid versus Pitts?
Pitts for me now, especially.
Yeah.
I'm going to think on that one a little bit more, but I started the week with Kincaid ahead of Pitts.
Okay. The Ravens, I can't believe the Ravens are favored. They are so bad without Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
Are they?
That's a funny line. It makes you wonder why it is that way.
They're 4-12 without Lamar Jackson. They suck. I don't know what else to say. They're
getting healthy in a lot of other places, but the spot they really needed to get healthy in, they didn't get healthy in. So, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't bet that game either way, but it sounds like they want you to take Chicago.
Schaefer with a note for me. Tyler Algier is active.
Cool.
So Njoku is active. Algier is active. Kincaid is active. The only guy, Golden's reportedly going to play. It's really just Drake London, right? That's inactive that we were wondering about.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing one?
Here, Swift active, Njoku active, Algier active, Hall active, Mason Taylor active, inactive are Drake London and Matt Milano are the big ones. Shadur Sanders also inactive.
What do you guys think the chances are of Mooney getting to 7 targets or more?
Easy.
Pretty good. I don't know about.
I kind of feel the same way.
But I just have to throw this out. It's the same. It's if you like Tyler Algier so much, might be a little hesitant with Mooney because it just means they're going to be running the ball down the Dolphins' throats. The worst.
No. There's liking Algier, and then there's liking the number 1 receiver now. Like this is not a question anymore.
I like him too, but I'm not going to just say 7 targets is a layup because couldn't you see a scenario where Cousins throws 25 passes in this game?
And even if that, right. I think it's possible that Cousins throws the ball 25 times and Mooney still sees 7 or 8 targets. The reason why I asked the number 7, 5 receivers against Miami this year, 7 or more targets. 4 of them have given you at least 13 PPR points. 3 of them, this is to Jamey's credit, 20 plus PPR points. Now it's Ladd McConkey, it's Michael Pittman, it's Garrett Wilson. Those guys had huge games, obviously. 2 of those 3 line up wide. That's where Mooney's going to line up a lot. You can't deny the upside that Mooney has. So when you compare him to other wide receivers, you have to think about which receiver has more upside. Like if you're debating Wan'Dale Robinson versus Darnell Mooney, it wouldn't surprise me if Wan'Dale had more targets, but Mooney's got to have more upside just based on him being maybe 1 or 2 targets behind Wan'Dale, but he could absolutely go off for a big play like some of these other receivers have against Miami.
No, I didn't mean to poo-poo Mooney. Like as soon as I saw the news, I picked him up in 2 leagues and I'm starting him over.
Where was he available?
He's available in a 12-team league with kind of shallowish benches, and he was in a 10-team super flex league. So Mooney I starting over Fannin as a flex,
sure.
Starting him over Dowdle as we mentioned.
Yep. I like both of those. I think he's a quality number 2 receiver. I don't think you should overrate him. He can deliver. He might finish as a top 12 receiver just because of opportunity and matchup. But I do think the Falcons will come out running because, I mean, you can't deny the matchup there either.
If anybody wants to let me start him over Quentin Johnston retroactively, I would also be interested in doing that. Let's see. Tyler Warren or Kyle Pitts?
Warren.
Yep.
I have Dak and Lamb. Should I start Sutton over Pickens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of who you have.
Agreed.
Mooney or Stephon Diggs?
I just moved Mooney over Diggs.
Yeah. Dart or May?
Drake May.
Drake May.
Pittman or Debo?
I have Samuel higher.
Pittman.
Sorry. Rashard Smith, RJ Harvey, or Larry Coker?
I'd go Smith.
I just don't know how much he's going to play. But
I mean, none of these guys have guarantees.
yeah, I know. You're right.
What if the shootout angle with RJ Harvey?
Yeah. They all
How much has that
terrible
helped them
scores.
at all? One game.
Yeah, this is Dallas, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
It's
looking
helped
for
them
somebody
more.
from this list who's going to give me like 7 PPR points.
Jamie, this list stinks. What am I'm not
Right.
trying to.
Well,
And-
you said 6 PPR points. Smith has been that 5.1 or more in 4 straight games.
It's true. Yeah, he usually
Yeah.
gets 3
That's
catches.
probably why you should start him.
All right, you win. I traded A.J. Brown and Tony Pollard for Chase Brown and Tez Johnson. Grade that
Yeah,
trade.
Not good right now.
Well, it's good for this week.
You traded for AJ Brown, right?
No,
Sold
Traded-
on AJ Brown.
traded away A.J. Brown and Pollard for Chase Brown and Tez. And it's
No,
worth
it's too much.
noting-
That's not selling high. That's just selling.
It's worth noting, though, that A.J. Brown has got a bye next week. He's not. What I read was like, hopefully they get him back after the bye. It's not one of those like Lamar Jackson. For what it's worth, they say he should be ready for Thursday's game. Now they also said he'd be ready after the bye, so I don't know. But A.J. Brown, I don't know how long this absence is going to be. Joe Flacco, Caleb Williams, or Justin Fields in a 4-point per passing touchdown league.
Joe.
Joe.
All right. Speaking of him, Jordan Love or Joe Flacco in a 4-point per passing touchdown league.
Still Joe.
Yeah.
Jets without Sauce Gardner.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, we knew that.
Right. That's why I'm saying
right. Derp. Pierce or Franklin. We knew that on Friday.
Pierce or Franklin, I'd go Franklin. Troy Franklin.
I would go Franklin also, yes.
George Kittle or Cade Otton.
Georgie.
Kittle.
I
What's
like
close?
what he did for tight end using those emojis.
Nice. Well, why is the first one tight?
Tight pants, man.
That's a shirt with a tie.
Oh, I thought it was pants. You're right. Tie end is what he did with. Never mind.
Okay. That's good. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, Tyjae Spears, Woody Marks. Who are you sitting?
Spears.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday. Is it? Have you been paying attention to week 8? Can you rank these receivers? We need 2 of them. Xavier Leggett, Chimere DK, Tez Johnson, DJ Moore.
Tez is going to be at the top of the list for me. DK is going to be at the bottom of the list. I probably have more over Leggett.
I would agree. So you go with Tez and
More.
Okay. Let's see.
Who has more?
Kincaid or Dobbs?
Romeo.
I would go with Romeo.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Although you do have Christian Watson playing. We'll see what that means.
How much do you think he plays?
Probably a handful of snaps.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't impact Dobbs too much, but
I agree.
probably going to impact him a little bit.
This one is from Hinkman. Debo Samuel or Teteroa McMillan?
You said
Debo.
Hinkman, that's his name. Hinkman.
I would go with Debo.
Now I'm thinking about all these Mega Man characters. Like Hinkman could be a Mega Man bad guy. I don't know what the board would be. Kyle Pitts, George Kittle, Mason Taylor. Pick one.
Kittle.
Georgie.
A lot of faith in Kittle this week, coming off a 0. I agree. Just I understand why people are asking questions. Mooney or Golden, that one's going to be Mooney. Mooney or Pacheco, that one's going to be Mooney.
It is.
Mooney or Pittman.
I'll go Pittman.
I'll go Mooney.
Wow. Kittle or Otten?
Kittle.
Did we do this one?
Don't you recognize the not pants?
Not pants. I like that. Khalil Shakir or Kayshon Boutte?
Khalil.
Flowers or Dalton Schultz? PPR.
Schultz.
Mason Taylor or Dalton Schultz?
Schultz. Bijan Robinson or Dalton Schultz? Schultz. No,
Mason Taylor or Josh Downs? PPR.
Downs.
Okay. Am I wrong to start Kyle Monangai over Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt?
I'd go Merritt, but
yeah,
I get where you're coming from.
Bill.
Okay.
The Bears' run game has looked really good the past 2 weeks. And I like that the Ravens are getting back Roquan Smith, but their D-line, I don't know if they're going to be able to – I don't know. The Bears are getting such good push from their O-line. They've been playing really well, so it makes me nervous to say that they won't run as well. I think they will against Baltimore.
Okay.
There's just more upside with Bill.
Yeah, all right.
That's the only argument I got.
That's a good one. Mooney or Waddle?
Mooney.
They're so close for me. I think I have Waddle a little higher.
Really?
Yeah.
So you haven't put Mooney that high?
No, number 2 receiver.
Okay. Pick 2. Mooney, Higgins, Debo.
I'm sitting Mooney there.
Mooney, Higgins, or Debo? I would sit Debo.
Wow.
Okay, it's time to threaten our audience. There's always a good strategy here. All right. We're doing okay with likes. We got 37. Excuse me. We got
37 likes, and you threw up in your mouth.
3,700 people watching.
Oh, okay. That's better.
And less than 1,000 likes. Not good. 889 likes. So it's not great. It's not great. Let's get to 1,200. Let's get to 1,200. We're at 9:15. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Dave, did you go to the game last night?
Absolutely not.
Jamey, what did you do last night?
I had to wake up for a 7 a.m. Baseball game warm-up. So I was home and sleep at 2 a.m. instead of 3 a.m.
Forget it.
Good
I'm
for
not
you.
getting my kids
Getting your
involved in
sleep.
sports. No way.
Why?
What'd you say? Oh, you're
Why?
leaving? Well, because I'm not waking up at 7 a.m. on a
I woke up
Sunday.
at 5 a.m.
Oh, I'm not good. Give me a break. All right.
Selfish.
We got
Not a good
1,000.
father.
No, I'm terrible. We got 1,000 likes. We need 200 more. We need to get to
You really
12.
made it more about you than your kids?
What's that?
You're going to make it more about you than your children?
Of course, Jamey.
Wow, that's
It's all
terrible.
about me. They know that. I tell them that every morning. So what are you doing for me lately?
You actually speak to them?
No, I text Allie and she tells them.
No, that makes sense.
You know. Oh man. All right, we're at 1,100 likes.
All right, now I'm leaving. See ya.
All right, bye, Jamey.
Bye.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. We've got new cast of characters coming in. Dave, what are you gonna do for your big goodbye?
Strip.
No,
You think I'm joking? I gotta
yes.
get ready for I gotta get ready for the show. But first I have to rank David Njoku somewhere.
Okay.
Oh,
Come on,
look
we
at
get to 1,200 likes. We're at 1,100. Let's go. Heath made a unilateral decision in our league to pick up Darnell Mooney and start him.
Oh, good. Are you starting him over Justin Fields?
Starting him over Harold Fannin.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're good there.
I
All
hope
right.
that worked out.
We're getting likes. Dave, thank you for your are you coming back later, Dave?
I don't know.
Okay, I think you're scheduled to. I can't remember. Yes,
feel
you
like
are. 12:45.
I feel
Hopefully
like
we'll
it. I
see it.
will.
What's up,
Are you
Jacob?
kicking me out?
Yeah, get the hell out of here. You're done.
What's up, Dave?
What's up, Jacob?
Don't say hi to him. Don't encourage
It's
him.
nice. It's nice to share the arrow.
You know what's funny? I can see him backstage and he's still talking. He doesn't even know. Now he knows. All right. Welcome back, everyone. All right. We got two fresh analysts here from Kansas City. Jacob and Heath are here. And Heath, your reaction to some of the news we've seen. No Drake London, Njoku in, Kincaid in, etc.
This all is no fun. The Kincaid part's fun. I need to rank him, which I haven't done yet. Listen, I think Kirk Cousins is probably not somebody that I want to stream without Drake London. And Kyle Pitts should be awesome on tight end day. And Bijan's RB1. And Mooney is a low-end wide receiver 2 for me. I think I got him at 24, maybe 25. And then Fannin falls to tight end 12 or 13 for me, depending on the format. And Njoku's a couple of spots behind him. I think when they were playing healthy and playing together, it was like a 16% target share for Njoku, 15% for Fannin. I don't know that David Njoku's 100% healthy. Anytime you have a game time decision like this, I get a little leery. So Fannin's slightly over Njoku if you have to make that decision.
All right, Jacob, what's going on? How are we?
Hey, traveling this weekend, but happy to be here. That all sounds about right. I love that, of course, like I had a hectic weekend, and this ends up being like the most hectic week that we've had. Like I got the London news right before I hopped on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God I haven't sent out the newsletter yet. Have to adjust everything.
Yeah, no, it's a lot, man. I mean, no Lamar Jackson, that was a little bit of a surprise. Michael Penix, they were expecting him to play, he can't go, and then Justin Fields, So does anybody have an ounce of faith in Justin Fields this week?
Faith has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'm desperate, and I am starting him in one spot at least.
Okay.
3 games of at least 29 fantasy points, 3 games of less than 5 fantasy points. You know what? I've got a bold prediction.
Oh,
Justin Fields is going to score between 5 and 29 fantasy points today.
Wow, first time.
For the first time all season.
I'm not starting him, nor am I recommending him because Garrett Wilson isn't playing and Josh Reynolds isn't playing, for the record.
You are starting him.
Oh, in a Superflex league, yeah. Do I have any other options? We don't, right?
I think Tua's on the waiver wire.
Wow. Oh, interesting. Now let's go with Fields. I hope Kirk Cousins is there. Mac Jones is there. All right, we'll stick with Fields. That's fine. I hope he's motivated. I don't. It's not cool what his owner did to him. So I think, I hope he responds.
I have no reason to believe that he hasn't been motivated in the past.
Yeah, but people get if someone talks smack about you, if your boss talks smack about you, it might fire you up a little bit more than it did than you were the week before. Hope it.
Yeah, I think I've had my boss talk smack about me a few times.
To the media, to everyone, Heath. I don't even know who your boss is.
What?
I don't even know who your boss.
Not my current boss. I was thinking about when Chris was my boss.
All right, let's get back to it here. Mooney or Goddard, half PPR.
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of day.
Yeah. Let's go Goddard.
I've got Mooney projected for 9.3 half PPR points and Goddard for 9.4. So I agree 100% with Jacob. Yeah. Obviously right.
Goddard or Shaheed? That one's easier, right?
Goddard.
Okay. Mooney, Kittle, Ferguson, Chase Brown, pick 2.
Kittle and Ferguson.
Yeah.
It's tight end day. And also, I don't necessarily, I would be approximately 0% surprised if Rashid Shaheed scored more fantasy points than Darnell Mooney today.
Sure.
Okay. You don't have a lot of faith in Mooney?
I don't have a lot of faith in the Falcons' pass game in general today. And Rashid Shaheed, about every other game, has a good game.
Does he? I think he's had 2 good games this year.
Okay, maybe it's every third game.
Yeah. Well, okay. So he had that one big play against the Giants, and he caught a touchdown against him. It's basically when he hasn't scored a touchdown, he hasn't been good. He has 1 game with more than 52 yards. So it's been pretty disappointing for him. Okay.
Kyle Pitts on tight end day. I feel like nobody's talking about him.
I'm actually making a DFS lineup right now, and I I had to choose between him and Otten. I chose Otten, but no, I mean, I'd be thrilled. I have a league where I'm starting 3 tight ends. I have 2 flex spots. I'm starting 3 tight ends.
I love those leagues.
Yeah.
I'm starting 3 in Jacob's league.
That's the thing. Not only is it National Tight Ends Day, but honestly, from a fantasy landscape, it's a week to start tight ends at flex. Like they just look pretty good right now. Chuba Hubbard or Alec Iomanner?
Alec? No, Chuba.
I appreciate your commitment to the bit.
You're welcome.
Judkins or Scadaboo in PPR?
What up? I think it's Judkins.
I have
Go on, Scadaboo.
I've got Scadaboo 0.2 of a point higher than Judkins.
Jeez, look at all these knives. Cut 1 for a kicker. You better not have a kicker on your roster that you can cut, but Krosky Merritt, Ken Walker, Rico Dowdle, Woody Marks, Jalen. No.
Man, that's rough.
If that's your group, you got to cut Merritt.
Oof. I was going to say Woody. Yeah.
Okay.
Just the
Well, I guess if you're not starting him this week, I would start Woody over Bill this week.
Dallas Goddard or oh, sorry. Did that. Yes, we are. Oh, someone asked if we're wearing Halloween costumes. I'll come back to you, Leo. Yes, we are wearing Halloween costumes. You're not going to know what they are. Tucker Kraft or Dallas Goddard? Oh, you will on Friday.
I wore a Halloween costume last night.
Did you go as a redwood tree?
I went to a party. I didn't. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my wife on board.
What'd you go as?
I wore my Larry Bird jersey, and my wife dressed up as a bee.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Tucker Kraft or Dallas Goddard, and Tyler Kraft. Maybe that's Tyler Warren or Dallas Goddard.
Goddard.
Yeah.
Over
Wait,
Warren?
no, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Kraft for me. I don't know about Tyler, but Tucker, yeah.
Tyler Kraft. He asked the question twice. I don't know if that was a typo or I don't get it. But
so if it's non-PPR, I'll just go with Kraft.
Okay.
Kraft. Yeah.
Ferguson or Jalen Waddle? Yeah, it's tough.
On these,
Waddle, but
on these, okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say on these wide receiver tight ends, I feel like I just want the projections. Yeah, I'll go Ferg.
RJ Harvey or Kyle Monangai?
I believe it's Monangai, like from a usage standpoint. Harvey could give you a big play, but I do think I have Monangai ranked higher.
I've got Harvey.
Yeah. Okay.
Woody Marks, Tyler Algier, or Matthew Golden in PPR?
I've got Woody.
I think it's I just moved Algier ahead of.
Go Heath. I mean, you looked at me like that, but yeah.
I just moved Algier ahead of Woody Marks.
Okay, you did, huh? That's interesting.
They've been talking about wanting to get him the ball more, and it's like the spot to do it.
It is. Kraft or Schultz?
Kraft.
I'd go Schultz in full PPR, Kraft, and everything else.
Am I missing something on Kraft? Why he's like one of the top tight ends, maybe the top tight end for me this week.
I'm really high on Dalton Schultz this week. I think Dave is too. But I have Kraft pretty much every week much higher in non and half PPR than I do in full PPR because he regularly has 4 target games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Yeah. So Dinesh has been saying this and I didn't see the news, but Nick Mangold died. Kidney disease. That's so terrible. Sorry to hear it. And thanks for bringing it up, Dinesh. And great player for the New York Jets. Go out there, get a win for Nick Mangold today. Pick 2 in standard scoring: Kendrick Bourne, Kayshon Boutte, Jalen Coker, Rashid Shaheed.
Shaheed and I think Boutte.
I've got Shaheed and Bourne, but I wouldn't think Bourne and Boutte are.
I actually do have Bourne higher. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, it's kind of weak. I haven't seen any like Jonathan Taylor or Jonathan Taylor or Christian McCaffrey this week. Questions.
A lot of buys, a lot of injuries.
I would say, yeah. It all stinks.
Jackson Dart or Baker Mayfield, 4 point.
Baker for me.
Yep.
Tajay Spears or Brashard Smith, Romo Dunze or Devontae Smith. The second one I'll take is Devontae. I'll let you guys have the harder one.
I go Brashard and Devontae. The Smiths.
I have Devontae one spot ahead of Odunze, Brashard Smith, or Tajay.
I'm going to go with Spears. Colts are going to put up a whole bunch of points. Spears didn't play the first game.
Yeah, it's Spears for me too.
I don't care, though. I mean, I'm not
really
disagreeing. Jerry Jeudy or an out Drake London. That's a good one. I guess I'll go Jeudy. Darnell Mooney or Tez Johnson?
Mooney
by a little.
I hope it's a big Tez week.
Sorry. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping. What's up?
I'm just having some problems. It's okay.
Oh. Kamara or Rico?
I'm going Rico.
I'm fine with that.
I have unsolicited fantasy advice I want to give everybody. Brandon McManus is a free agent. He's 25% rostered. He's Green Bay's kicker. And he's, like I said, 25% rostered. He might play tonight. You have to be on top of it. But if you need a kicker, pick him up and watch for the inactives for the 8:30 game or for whatever it is. And then if he doesn't play, pick up Lucas Havrasik, who's actually been really good. So let's see. Havrasik is rostered in 2% of leagues. So just make sure both of them are available. And you can, unless you pick up one of them and then your opponent is smart enough to pick up the other. But aside from that, you could have the Packers kicker. What?
No, your unsolicited advice is just such a gem.
Good kicker advice. It's huge.
Look, they matter. Yeah. Kickers matter. They score points.
My first reaction was, I'm not going to be thinking about which kicker I'm playing at 7:00 tonight. But it could be the difference between a win and a loss. They might score 9 points instead of the other kicker who scores 7.
Having a good kick. Look, you wouldn't poo-poo 2 points at a wide receiver position. That's a huge difference in your projections.
It would be.
Yeah. RJ Harvey or Tajay Spears?
I think it's Tajay.
It'd be Harvey for me.
Kelsey or Pitts?
Pitts.
Yep.
Kittle or Pitts and Bird greater than Kobe?
Pitts. Wait, no, Kittle. Sorry.
It's Kittle only because it's his day.
Yeah, he can make this day. I don't think you're going to get a ton of disagreement outside of Los Angeles on Bird being better than Kobe.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to push back on that just to bother Heath.
No, I would go Bird. Of course, I really have no memory of Larry Bird. I kind of only remember him from the Dream Team, basically. But Odunze or Mooney? I think we did this one, but we'll do it again.
I have him back to back, but it'd be Rome Odunze for me. I'm a little worried about him, but I'm a little worried about the Falcons too.
Yeah, I mean the same reasons that you'd be worried about Odunze would apply to Darnell Mooney. Just game script and not a lot of pass attempts and whatever. Tedero McMillan or J.K. Dobbins?
Full PPR. I don't love the spot for T-Mac. I'll go Dobbins. That's rough.
I'll go Dobbins.
Why don't you love this spot for T-Mac?
It's just another super zone heavy team. Quarterback change. It could be good if we get one of those Dalton games where he goes for 300 or 350. T-Mac is good enough that he could get there. But it just feels pretty uncertain.
I did not downgrade T-Mac over the quarterback change.
Yeah.
It could be worse, but it also could be better.
Yeah, no, it's mostly the coverage thing. He just keeps running into these super zone heavy, sit back teams. The other thing is that the Bills get pressure really, really fast, and one of the fastest in the league, and he's needing his routes to develop down the field more.
Okay. Must be Halloween with lineups this scary. Remember me to comment on that in a moment, but Jalen Noel or Josh Downs, and then RJ Harvey or Bill?
I'll go Bill.
The receivers. Bill for sure, yeah.
I like Josh Downs enough.
Yeah, I have Downs ahead of Noel. I like them both this week.
I've got Downs one spot ahead of Noel.
Okay, question for you. Obviously, next Sunday is 2 days after Halloween. But to me, not even a question, just agree or disagree. Once November 1st comes around, you cannot dress up for Halloween. It's over. This is Halloween weekend for the NFL. For if you're going to dress up, if you had tickets to your favorite team's game today and next Sunday, and you wanted to wear your Halloween costume to one of them, it has to be today.
No, disagree. Next weekend is literally Halloween weekend.
No, what Halloween is over.
Halloween's on a Friday.
I was gonna say that weekend is when like almost all Halloween parties and stuff that I've been invited to are like that weekend, not this weekend. And so,
Saturday or Friday? Like, is someone inviting you to a Halloween party on Saturday?
Yeah.
No, you cannot go to that party. You just simply cannot go. All right, Schaefer, figure out a YouTube poll. Like, what is the question? Which Sunday is Halloween Sunday? Week 8 or week 9? Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Makes perfect sense.
Schaefer's just shaking his head at you in disgust.
Schaefer, let's workshop it. Let's figure it out. Kendrick Bourne, Keon Coleman, or Jalen Noel? I'm starting Noel over Bourne. Not with a ton of confidence, but I'm starting Noel over Bourne. I'm also starting Golden over Bourne. I had to choose between those three. I had to choose 2 of them. So I'm sitting Bourne.
I'm realizing that I'm like low on Noel relative to you guys in consensus and stuff. And that seems crazy because I love this guy, but like we just don't even know what the role will be.
You're not lower than me, I don't think. I've got him just outside of my top 36.
I have him at 42.
Yeah, he's 39 for me. So
I think I might throw him in a.
You might be starting a guy who plays like 40% of the snaps on one of the worst offenses in the NFL.
What? Yeah, this came up with.
But other than that,
Dave. What? How many snaps did he play last week?
About that like it'll hopefully be more than that, surely. Like, but why are they playing Braxton Berrios? You know, like I don't know, man. I don't trust it.
This is exactly what Dave said. All right, he did. Okay, this is it. Ready?
He could pop off though. Any play.
Jalen Noel. How is this possible? He had a 100% route participation rate in the 4th quarter against Seattle, but it was only 3 routes. How could that be? Only 3 routes. They threw a lot in the 4th quarter in that game.
All I remember was them running Woody Marks into the line over and over and over to no avail.
All right, I got to look into that more because that was when Nico went out. Nico went out early in the 4th quarter. Tedero McMillan, Darnell Mooney, or Jalen Waddle. Let's pick 2 of them.
I would sit Mooney.
I actually am sitting McMillan of that group. Yikes.
How are we doing with the YouTube poll, Schaefer? I don't really see anything up there. I think I think we got to figure it out. Which Sunday is Halloween Sunday? No, that's
Halloween's on a Friday.
I know, but how about can you dress up for Halloween after Halloween in November? Because I don't think you can. I'm sorry, just like it's over. All the movies, they've been scary movies all month. They're not going to be playing on November.
It's not the way that it works.
I think it is.
I mean, you've never been to like a Thanksgiving on a Friday after Thanksgiving, or celebrated Christmas the day after Christmas?
No.
Like those types of things happen all the time.
That's completely different. You have
it's the same thing. It's the day after a holiday.
No school. You have no work on the day after Thanksgiving and the day after Christmas. It's designed. Christmas.
You have no school or work on the day after Halloween this year.
Have you ever heard on the 12th day of Halloween? Like, no, you've never heard that.
Those are all leading up to Christmas.
What do you mean?
The 12 days of Christmas. It's like a countdown to Christmas.
No, it's not. I thought it was
not like you think the first day of Christmas is Christmas Day and it just goes through January.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think so.
Ooh, interesting. Have I been wrong about this my whole life?
I don't think there's actually an answer, but I'm going to Google it.
Okay, Halloween is on a Friday this year. Is it still okay to wear costumes or a party on November 1st or 2nd? Yes, it's Halloween weekend. No, it's over.
There we go.
I don't really love the wording here. Very biased toward the, but I voted. Okay,
nope, you were right.
Hey, there you go. Look
Adam
at that. Been celebrating Christmas my whole life. Leggett or Chase Brown, full PPR.
Chase.
Yeah.
Chase.
You guys buying the Leggett stuff at all?
I don't think it's legit.
All right. Are you saying the pronunciation?
Nice.
Are you saying you don't think it's legit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What about a league of their own? That's pretty good. I have to start Pollard and Monangai. Should I flex Spears or Knoll? All right. The question is Spears or Knoll. I would go Knoll.
Yeah, sure.
Miranda had a good question.
Yeah. My costume Halloween take is worse than my movie takes. What? Miranda, give me a bad movie take that I had. You cannot come up with one. You can't come up with one. Marks, Otten, or Tez in the flex. I'm going Otten.
I think I'll go Marks.
I'll go Otten.
Let's talk
half
a little
PPR. I'll go Marks.
Let's talk a little bit about Woody Marks, because we're getting a lot of questions about him. And the 49ers are allowing 4 yards per carry to running backs. They have allowed 17.6 or more PPR fantasy points to a running back in 5 of their last 6 games. That's great. That's Kamara, ETN, Kyron Williams, Rashad White, and Bijan Robinson. But over the last 2 games, their run defense has been pretty good. Rashad White had 17 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown. Bijan Robinson had 14 for 40. They both did well in the passing game. I feel like week 6 scars me a little bit with Woody Marks because he felt like he was getting that roll back, and then all of a sudden Nick Chubb, I think it was the Baltimore game, he had 7 touches in that game. He scored 2.4 fantasy points at Baltimore, which was supposed to be this great matchup, and Nick Chubb ended up with 11 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. So, yeah, I don't know. I have Marks in one league. I'm starting him as a flex because I have a ton of buys and injuries, but that's about the extent of it for me. Jacob, you have more faith in Woody Marks?
I don't know if I would say faith, but like they continue to seem to be moving towards him. I also think that there's this upside that we're going to get more targets for him at some point, like if they kind of reevaluate their offense. The pressure has been a problem, and then now Nico's out and stuff, so maybe we see some more short area targets for him, and that was a big part of his draft profile. So like I just think there's a lot more potential for him to get 10, 12, 15 touches than a lot of these flex guys that were getting in the same range as him.
So you have 3 movie takes in my first 3 tweets in the Aizer takes thread.
One of them I never said.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Okay, that's true.
The guy who made it says it was. Creed is a bad movie.
Yeah, not good.
Get Out is incredibly overrated, and it's a disgrace to the awards that it's even nominated.
Wow.
I said that. Did I really say that second part? There really are hardly any good movies these days.
Get Out is incredibly overrated and really shows how bad the state of movies it is right now. If that movie, which was not the least bit scary, by the way, got nominated for Best Pick, we're in trouble.
That is a great take. That movie has no business being nominated for Best Picture. No business. It's like a fine movie. Like, get him, Grandpa. What a stupid line that was. And then, a camera, the flash of the camera is what solves the problem. That is so like tired. I mean, come on.
Here's a movie adjacent.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, I really don't like Michael B. Jordan.
I never said that.
You did. I put quotes on that one.
I don't remember saying that. I wouldn't say that.
That was in 2019. So you remember what you said 6 years ago?
Only because I've seen that on your Twitter feed like 1,000 times. I don't think I said that. All right, let's go rapid fire here and make up for some lost time. Half PPR. Pick 2. Mooney, McLaurin, Xavier Worthy, and Tez Johnson.
I'd go Mooney and Worthy.
Same.
Woody Marks.
I'm watching Avengers now. It's really bad. It's a cliche machine. Might as well be a Transformers movie.
Yes, the end of Avengers. Oh my gosh, it is. It looks like Transformers. Woody Marks, Golden, or Tez.
I think I would go Golden.
I would go Woody.
Yeah, that's fine too.
I was gonna say Tez.
Have you seen the Steelers try to tackle, man? I feel like this is the week we finally get a big Golden play.
Oh, that'd be great.
I would love that. Superhero movies are not action movies.
I agree. They're in their own genre. I love how I'm saying I agree with my own take. Vanessa's got a good point. Halloween on a Friday is the exception to the no costumes after the 31st. Need a PPR flex. Diggs, Tedero, McMillan, Kamara.
I think I would just go Diggs, but Kamara's probably the like safe option.
In PPR, I would also go Diggs. I hate the Big Lebowski. I shut it off in the middle.
Okay.
I watched it
These
again.
are all
I'm
every single one of these.
I'm softened my stance. Pacheco, it does drag a little bit for me though. Pacheco or Marks, PPR.
Pretty sure it's Pacheco pretty easily for me.
Okay.
I've got Marks higher.
Mike McDaniel, I'm not going to read that part. Need one. Kamara, McLaurin, Troy Franklin, half PPR.
Kamara.
Yeah.
Kelsey or Schultz?
I have Kelsey one spot higher, but I'm fine with Schultz if that's where you guys are at with Dalton
I would go
this week.
Schultz.
Yeah.
Woody Marks, Josh Downs, Chuba Hubbard, Algier.
Woody for me.
It's Algier, Woody. I would go Algier.
Mrs. Doubtfire is arguably the funniest movie of all time.
Yeah, it is. Have you ever seen this Doubtfire? Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's so funny. It is hilarious. The restaurant scene is, I think, one of the classic comedy scenes ever. Pitts or Schultz?
Man, I love both of these guys, but I'll go Pitts.
Adam is the type of guy to say Moneyball is overrated. Moneyball is good. I got no beef with Moneyball.
Ragnarok is the worst Thor movie.
Yeah, it is too goofy. It's too goofy. Not enough.
It's like literally. I want to be clear because somebody just asked in the chat if I was trolling. These are not my takes. Adam said he's never had a bad movie take. I am reading all of his past movie takes.
I haven't heard one yet
from my thread. One
Maybe
of them you've already said you changed your mind on.
Yeah, the Lebowski one, maybe. I'll give you that. And I never said the thing about Michael B. Jordan.
The Breakfast Club is crap.
Oh, it's garbage. Oh, it's just terrible. If you didn't grow up seeing that movie, a lot of those movies from the 80s are. I just watched Teen Wolf the other night. It's horrible. Tez, Woody Marks, or Kincaid at flex?
Where does Kincaid sit for you with projections there?
I'm really, really struggling with that because we don't know if he's fully healthy. And he had like his targets were really up and down the first 5 weeks. His production was good because he scored. I have him at tight end 9 and is it half PPR, full PPR? So I've got him projected for basically 10 points. And I've got Woody at 11. So I would take Woody.
All right. Golden or Keyshawn Booty? Oh, rest of season. Oh, Golden.
Yep.
Tom Cruise is not an action star.
Okay, that one. I rescinded that one. Dinesh says that I'm setting the world record today to go from I did not say that to I don't remember. I do feel like I'm testifying in front of Congress right now. So yeah, feel that. Kielbasa or bratwurst? I saw. Kielbasa. And Mrs. Doubtfire is no, yeah, my husband actually do prefer Mooney or Pacheco. Yeah, I think you've asked this like 6 times, so it's still Mooney. I appreciate your movie comment though, but it's Mooney. Let's see, Algier or Brashard Smith.
Algier.
Yeah.
Finally, this is a good one here. Sit 1, Rashee Rice, CeeDee Lamb, Courtland Sutton, Josh Jacobs, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry. Full PPR.
Wow, we found somebody with a good team. I would say Breece.
In full PPR, I think I have Breece ahead of Henry.
Yeah, that's what I'd do. Break that tie. Tedero McMillan or Michael Pittman?
I'm going Ted.
It's Pittman for me.
It'd be an interesting game for Pittman targets.
Flacco or Love?
Love.
Flacco.
You're only breaking ties.
Oh yeah. Jonathan Taylor handcuff can drop. Yeah. Who's that? What do you think? Would you drop Pollard for DJ Giddens? Is that the guy you'd go for?
I mean, Amir Abdullah is playing a lot more right now, right?
Yeah, the Abdullah stuff lately has made me nervous because I thought maybe it would be Giddens the way they talked about him to like kind of play like almost every down, but I do think Abdullah would probably mix in a lot.
I would not drop Pollard for either.
Right. I think my guess, maybe you guys agree or not, but I feel like Giddens would be the primary ball carrier, but he just wouldn't have an amazing role because Abdullah would factor in. But there's just doesn't seem likely to me that Amir Abdullah would become, an every down back or anything like that.
No, I think it would be a committee. Yes.
Yeah.
And the offense might be good enough that that's fine.
Started Quentin Johnson, went up against Ladd, so I need some upside. Alec Pierce, Noah Fant, Chigo Okonkwo, Keon Coleman, or Jerry Jeudy?
Probably Coleman.
I feel like Alec Pierce definitely has the most upside, but Coleman is a similar type of bet. We've just seen more go to Pierce, and also it's been more efficient, and their team is projected for 31 points. He has a freaking average depth of target of like 21 yards.
Yeah.
And he's catching like most of them.
Yeah, he could easily hit on a big play. Tyler Huntley, Kirk Cousins, or Aaron Rodgers? I hope I get to break a tie here.
I think I actually have Cousins the highest.
I have Cousins last. I'm lowering Tyler Huntley a little bit. I feel like I've not. Am I supposed to just buy into the Aaron Rodgers revenge narrative and forget that I think it's kind of a mismatch between the Packers defense and the Steelers offense?
Yeah, this game to me looks bad for the Steelers on both sides of the ball, which probably means we'll get a really fun back and forth where Aaron Rodgers somehow wins.
Rodgers is the safest.
That's who I go with.
I think Huntley might have the most upside.
Oh, wow. Really? Dobbs or Mooney?
Dobbs.
It's Mooney, but Dobbs is probably like safer. They're close.
Oh, I've got to find this question. It's so good. I'll try to find it. Mims or Downs?
They're extremely close. I think it's Downs for me, just barely.
I need to go to the rankings on this one because, as Jacob said, it is very, very close. I have Mims just ahead, but no confidence.
Oh, man. All right. I'm trying to find it's Flacco, Fields, or Cousins. Go on Flacco.
Yeah.
Flacco has some serious staying power in 6-point per passing touchdown leagues. He's got this potential. I mean, he throws so much all the time, and now he's throwing to Chase and Higgins. I feel like I made a mistake not picking him up. Let's see. Mooney or Algier? Mooney.
Full PPR, yeah, I'm into that.
That's what I would do. I'd be 0% surprised if Algier is better.
Mooney or Tez Johnson, half PPR?
Mooney,
but they're in the same universe.
Okay. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I wanted to address something. Someone said I never get my question answered, never get my comment read or whatever. I'm sorry. In addition to, going off on an occasional tangent, we really get so many questions. And by the time I try to click on one, almost every time, 10 more questions are there, and I don't even click on the one I want. So I apologize for that. Like, I've been trying to click on the same one for so long, and I keep missing it. But it's nothing personal. I'm really just clicking and seeing what happens. Here we go. Mims or Bourne or Malik Washington?
I would go Bourne.
Yeah.
Okay. Mims, there we go. Kelsey or Hunter Henry, Pollard or Monangai?
Kelsey and Pollard for me.
Yeah, I think it's Henry, but they're really close. No, Kelsey and Pollard.
Derrick Henry or Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt? Or maybe that's Hunter Henry, but
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
And if it were Hunter Henry or Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt?
Bill.
Yep.
All right. Bo Nix or Dak Prescott?
Nix.
Oof. I want to say Dak, but Nix is set up real well. Yeah, that's Nix.
Where's Uncle Dave? He's coming back in like 25 minutes. Jalen Waddle, Romeo Dobbs, or Jawan Jennings in standard scoring?
Waddle.
It's really close for me between Waddle and Dobbs, but I'll go Waddle too.
Oh man, if you're doing DFS today, I'm sorry, I'm finishing a lineup. Devontae Smith he's going to be one of the most raw. Darnell Mooney will be up there. Devontae Smith though, 6,700 on FanDuel. That was my rocket ship emoji.
So I'm going to play Jahan Dotson.
You are?
Nah, I'm not.
Kirk Cousins or Mariota, Harold Fannin or Dalton Kincaid?
Mariota and Kincaid for me.
Very close. Yeah, I was going to say Kirk and Kincaid.
Okay. All right, let's go. Here we go. There it is. Reese's Cups or peanut M&Ms. It's like, it's so easy. Obviously, it's Reese's.
Yeah, it's Reese's. Reese's. I would say Reese's is the GOAT Halloween candy.
I'm gonna say peanut M&Ms. Sorry, guys.
Oh, Jacob.
I like them both a lot.
Put that in the Jacob thread.
I could eat peanut M&Ms all day. I get like halfway through Reese's Cup and I'm like, that's enough of that.
Do you think you could successfully do a taste test of peanut butter M&Ms versus Reese's peanut butter? Reese's Pieces.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Reese's Pieces are way better.
Oh, I'll take. All right, Mooney, Franklin, Knoll. It's got to be Mooney, right?
Yep.
Flacco or Love?
Love.
We had this one a little earlier. Jacob said Love. Heath,
I did too. I think Dave and Jamie would both say Flacco. They do not like Love this week.
Do I get to break that tie?
Sure.
Flacco.
There you go. You don't like Love either.
Pick 2 in full PPR. K-Dot and Dalton Schultz, Juwan Jennings.
I'd sit Jennings. Tight end week.
Nice, yeah.
And all right, Mooney, Algier, Mason Taylor. I don't know. What do you do? What are your favorites? PPR, like I think I'm going to sit Algier.
Sure. Yeah.
I would start Algier over Taylor, I think.
I would hate to start both those Falcons and just see it be the other guys getting the touchdowns.
Yeah. Oh man, I got so close to being able to block some spammer and I missed it. Pierce or Loveland?
Pierce.
It's Loveland week though, right? Tight end week. Everything's coming together. Please.
It would be nice.
Breece Hall or Quinshon Judkins?
Judkins.
Be Breece for me.
For the next 2 minutes, I'm only going to look for questions that involve good players.
Good luck.
Zay Flowers or Tez Johnson?
Zay.
That's a good question. Yeah. Yeah, Flowers for me.
James Cook, Breece Hall, Rashad White, Cortland Sutton, Deebo Samuel, T. Higgins. Pick 1 to sit.
What?
Deebo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Kyle Pitts or Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt?
I would go Bill.
I'd go Pitts.
Jake Ferguson or Quinshon Judkins?
Judkins.
Yeah, I think Judkins too.
Yeah, listen, I already addressed the Nick Mangold thing. It's very sad news. Sorry to see it. What a great player he was in an era of Jets football. There haven't been a lot of great eras of Jets football, but Nick Mangold was a part of some really good football teams. Rico Dowdle or George Kittle? I'm going Kittle. I'm nervous about Dowdle. He started, I was looking at this earlier, he started in 88% of leagues or something like that. And I hope he takes over. I feel like he kind of deserves it. But if they use him like they did last week, they're not going to be able to run the ball nearly as much, I think. Bills do have a bad run defense. That's the one good thing.
I think they might be able to run the ball just as much.
You think so? I mean, I just feel like they're going to be chasing points in this game.
I think if they're down a touchdown, they're still running.
Probably. All right, what do you think?
I'm going Rico.
Sure. These running back tight end questions are brutal. I got no clue, really.
Schultz or Wan'Dale Robinson?
So they're just going to. Adam is only looking for tight end and non-tight end questions.
Flex questions. Yeah, should we just default to tight end every single time for tight end week?
I've got Wan'Dale higher. I'm high on Wan'Dale. He's Adam's least favorite Giant ever.
Actually, I go Wan'Dale.
Yeah.
Braveheart is my favorite movie. 100. Good for you, Luke. Way to get my attention. Waiver wire ad: Mooney, Tez, Hollywood, Alec Pierce. Well, let's just go to the first two here. Mooney or Tez. Who do you like rest of season in this group?
Probably still Mooney, even though Tez is really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like Drake London was practicing Wednesday and Thursday, right? And then he goes limited on Friday. Who's to say he's back next week?
Right. That is kind of scary. Also, like Tez, the idea, if it comes to fruition, is that he's like Mooney, like he's a smaller Mooney, the skill set, and you know what I mean in terms of how it translates. It's a better offense,
Much better passing game.
but it's like we've already seen, like Mooney was shredding guys the entire year last year. He can put numbers on the board.
Yeah. Like I mean, you could think rest of season, but also it might not hurt to think just about like this week and next week, and Tez is on a bye next week.
Yeah.
Pick a wide receiver and a flex. Rashid Shaheed, Alec Eilmanor, and Kate Otten.
Auden and Shaheed, right?
Yep.
We got one easy.
Oh. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad. Oh, yeah, this would be great to make Dan dress up as Ringo Starr. Dak or Flacco? We're going to go Dak there, right?
Yeah.
Look at the scoring. 4 point per passing, 1 point per completion, and 1 point for 10 yards.
Dak, yeah.
Still Dak. I have Dak projected for more yards.
Catalina Wine Mixer. Heath, name that movie.
Oh, I know that one.
Do you?
Yeah, Step Brothers.
Oh, okay. Jacob, did you know that you love Step Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Half PPR, Waddle, Wandale, Mooney, Hubbard. Only one. Mooney for me.
Wandale for me.
Wandale?
Heath loves Wandale. Heath is a Giants fan now.
It's Waddle for me, so we're all split on this. Sorry. I have Mooney ahead of Wandale, if that helps.
I have Waddle ahead of Mooney, if that helps.
Gosh.
Troy, if Chuba Hubbard ends up being the answer to this, you get to host the show next week. So. We need a home run. Oh, never mind. I thought that said home run. Just hello from my home. Oh, no. My battery's about to die. I'll be right back. Rico Dowdle or Deebo Samuel?
I will go Rico. Jacob, what are you expecting from the two Commanders wide receivers with Marcus Mariota against the Chiefs?
I don't know. I really have a tough time ever choosing Deebo when he's hurt, like when we don't feel good about his health. And then like Marcus Mariota on top of it, McLaurin back. I've got him at wide receiver 31, like in the same range as Troy Franklin and Juwan Jennings and people like that. I'm ahead of McLaurin, but I would rather avoid them.
I put them back to back. I have Deebo at 26, McLaurin at 27.
Yeah. And then Diggs versus Mooney. What do you guys think? Half PPR. That is the exact decision that I had to make in a league.
It's Diggs pretty easily for me.
It's Diggs for me.
Actually, I decided to start both of them and sit Rico Dowdle. Part of that was because I have Dowdle going in other leagues, and I didn't want to be too exposed there. But I think I like Mooney more than, not as much as Jamey. Jamey's got him 17th, but I feel like I like him more than Heath and Jacob do. Well, we'll see.
I actually have him 18th.
Okay, but you must like Diggs quite a bit then.
Yeah, I think I've got Diggs 12th.
Me too.
Let's go then. Why so high on Diggs?
I like when Drake May gets to face defenses like this that are really aggressive and don't just sit back in zone coverage. Basically, Drake May has really done what Josh McDaniels wants, which has been helpful for him, like in having this huge year. But like when he plays a defense like this, it's like, oh, nice. Like it's time for me to get to take some shots down the field. And Stephon Diggs is absolutely still shredding man coverage. So that's where I'm at. I think that we could see some big plays in this game.
They run the highest man rate in the league, or one of the highest man rates in the league?
Yeah. The Browns, yeah.
All right, let's get some more likes. Or I'm not answering another question forever.
You can answer my question, right?
I can answer your question. Did you
in the FFT Open, where I just happened to be 6-1, I don't tell you about my record in the other leagues. I have to choose between T. Higgins and Jalen Waddle.
That's Higgins for me.
Yeah, me too.
I am already starting Joe Flacco and Jamar Chase.
Nice.
Higgins for me.
Okay.
So, all right, let's take a look at this Jalen Waddle thing. Wide receivers against Atlanta. They give up the second fewest fantasy points to wide receivers. Mike Evans, 5 for 51 on 8 targets. Justin Jefferson, 3 for 81 on 6 targets. Tedero McMillan, 3 for 48 on 8 targets. Juwan Jennings, 4 for 31 on 7 targets. Who did well against them? Emeka Ibuka, and Deebo Samuel. They are the only wide receivers with more than 11.1 PPR fantasy points against the Falcons. You could look at Ibuka. I think that was week 1. That was A.J. Terrell shadowing Mike Evans and Ibuka benefiting from that. Deebo Samuel plays the slot, plays all over the place. Very different receiver than Jalen Waddle. I'm not trying to sit here and say Waddle can't have a good game because he's got a great track record with Tua and without Tyreek Hill. It's only 4 games, I think. But that's why we've been all week long a little hesitant to buy into Jalen Waddle. Did we get to 1.7K likes yet? Ooh, not even close. Still at 1.5.
And I don't even have any more of your movie takes left.
Well, what about my good movie takes? Let's see,
you told me about a movie it was a show. There's one time that you gave me a recommendation to go watch something, and it was really good.
What was it?
Billions.
Oh, yeah, Billions is great. Mayor of Kingstown's back.
You never finished Billions, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But it was great. Is today the premiere of Mayor of Kingstown?
I thought it was November.
Today is episode 3 of The Chair Company.
All right, listen, we didn't get the likes I wanted, but that's okay. I'll still reward you faithfuls who are here in the chat. But seriously, I mean, how hard is it to hit like? Come on, there's enough of you. Who would you sit? Bill, Marks, or Schultz?
I have yet to like the video. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Jacob.
I would sit Bill.
My gosh. Yeah. Anytime you can start 2 Houston Texans, you got to do it.
You would sit Marks?
I don't know, man. I don't roster Schultz in a single league, and I play in like 30 leagues.
Wow, no, I'm in on him this week.
Could
I know
right.
it's one of those things where like it makes so much sense to be in on Dalton Schultz, but then again, like it's Dalton Schultz. The thing is, even before Nico was out, he had 6 targets in 3 straight games. It's not like he was a nothing.
I think it makes sense in theory, yeah.
Judkins, Tetaroa, McMillan, or Rico Dowdle, PPR.
Be Rico for me.
You choose Rico. Oh, I thought it was just sit one. I would choose Judkins from that group.
Look at that, Heath. You think you're a Mayor of Kingstown fan? You don't know a damn thing. November. Come on. You know they wouldn't start it after Halloween. PPR, Rico Dowdle or Tez Johnson?
Rico.
Yep. Good luck.
Jalen Waddle or Tez?
Waddle.
Uh-huh. Did we ever like update on the poll that Adam got crushed in these results? Did we say that?
Because it was a poorly worded poll.
Oh.
Can you please read the results of the poll, please?
Yeah, 66% agree that yes, enjoy yourself, have fun on Halloween weekend, even if it's November 1st.
I really wanted this to be about which NFL Sunday do you dress up for? October 26th or November 2nd?
Okay. What if your team doesn't have a home game this week and they do next week?
What I said, the example was they both have a home game both games.
Well, how many NFL teams are playing at home the next 2 weeks? Like 5?
It's a hypothetical. The thing is, if I went to a game and you were dressed up on November 2nd, I'd tell you to leave. I wouldn't even ask you.
People look for games in week 2. Have you ever seen a Raiders game?
Yeah, I would never go to a Raiders game for this very reason.
That's
Metcalf
fair.
or Dowdle?
PPR, I would go with Metcalf. Good luck. Who knows?
Yeah, I'd probably go Dowdle.
Leggett or Higgins? No, it's Higgins.
Higgins. I am starting Leggett in the league now, though.
Jalen Noel or DJ Moore and Drake May or Daniel Jones?
Drake May 1 spot ahead of Jones for me. I think it's DJ Moore, even though I'm excited for Noel.
May and Moore.
Yep.
And Fields or Dalton? Oh, insert Heath Growl. I can do that.
I've got Fields.
Fields.
That's the best one.
There would be nothing better. Just please, Bengals, don't play defense today. The fantasy football universe would be so awesome over the Jets bye week if Justin Fields gives us another top 5 week. It'd be so great.
Benangai or Otten? Otten.
Yeah. Tight end week.
You do not wear a Santa costume in January. Yeah, thank you. This is from Cable-ish. I don't know. Waddle or Mooney? We talked about this a lot, but we'll do it again.
It's still Waddle for me.
Yep.
Sean Tucker or Kareem Hunt?
Mm.
Oh, no,
Hunt.
sorry. I meant. Kareem Hunt? Yeah.
Yes.
Otten or Schultz?
Schultz.
Yep.
Spears or Bill?
Bill.
Daniel Jones or Joe Flacco?
Jones.
Oh, wow.
Baker.
Would be Flacco for me.
I'd go Baker, but actually, man.
Oh, so I'd go Flacco
yeah,
over
my bad.
Jones, Baker over Flacco.
My bad. All right. Okay, I was talked over everyone. So, what's your answer? Jones or Flacco?
Jones.
Flacco.
Mayfield or Flacco?
Mayfield.
Okay. Jalen Waddle or Tyler Algier? I think you got to go Algier there.
I would go Waddle.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Thank you, Heath. You got to go Waddle there. Reading comments and answering questions. Half PPR, would you play both Panthers backs or flex Otten or Tracy?
I go Otten over Chuba.
All right.
But
I'd be fine just starting both backs.
Okay. Dalton Kincaid or Mason Taylor?
I have Kincaid one spot higher. I think there's more, touchdown upside there.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor seems like a safer play in theory, if you're like in full PPR, but you just don't know what you're going to get from that offense.
Yep, I'd go Kincaid.
How about Heath? Someone's supposed to have relieved Heath 8 minutes ago. That hasn't happened.
Yeah, I need to set my lineups at some point and update my rankings.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm here.
Cousins or Stroud?
Cousins.
If I need to, I'll relieve myself. Stroud.
Golden or Franklin?
Golden.
Yep.
Fannin or Taylor?
I have Taylor higher.
Taylor one spot higher.
Well, what happened? What did I just do there? I feel like I just did something.
Yeah, it looks like you're making room for whoever's coming in.
No, not on purpose. Let's see. No, not that.
That was nice with me in the middle.
How about this? Oh,
Yes, excellent. That's perfect.
I will do it like this. Thomas, whenever you're back, please help. No, not that. There we go. Higgins, Waddle, or Kamara, full PPR.
Higgins.
I've got Kamara.
No Sauce Gardner. I feel like this could be a fun one.
A guy, I went to one Raiders game in Oakland. A guy punched an ATM machine in his face. Need one. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Isaiah Pacheco, or Tony Pollard?
Scary place.
Pollard.
It's Pacheco. Did you say Pollard? It's Pacheco for me. I've got Pollard at running back 30. I'm pretty nervous about him not playing more than like 40% of the snaps against the Colts if they get killed.
Yeah, I keep trying to click on this one that says, okay, who brought the dog? Because it's a great line and a great reference, but I can't see. Keeps going away.
Bill's such a weird one because like he could have the same outcome where he doesn't get to play very much if they get blown out by the Chiefs. But I also think if there is any way for them to beat the Chiefs, it's just kind of running up the middle at them. Do you have any thoughts on that, Chiefs fan here, Heath?
Well, Heath.
I've been pretty discouraged by Bill the last couple of weeks.
That's fair.
And I have a hard time. Like, I don't think you're wrong, but I have a hard time like getting excited about the early downs only part of the time back in a game where they're 11.5-point underdogs.
Right.
Like it is just like the most obvious look ahead game the Chiefs could have with the Bills next week and coming off of the Raiders pounding. But I just trust Vegas.
DK Metcalf or Darnell Mooney?
Metcalf.
It's actually really close for me. I'm fine with going. It feels like a bad, like, unless Metcalf has some kind of random breakaway play or like a couple touchdowns or something, it doesn't feel like a good schematic matchup for him.
Agreed.
Microwave plastic or burger with a stick? Yeah, I mean, definitely burger with a stick, but don't make it a plastic stick. And then Bill or Juwan Jennings?
Bill, what is this microwave plastic nonsense?
Just
I've seen it.
don't microwave plastic. Okay?
Right.
That's all I ask.
The question was posed to Adam whether if you had a dish that was plastic that said microwave safe on it, it was
Oh.
okay to put it in the microwave.
I didn't know that was.
I wouldn't do it.
And Adam said no. So I ran some Twitter polls, and about 85% of my Twitter following microwaves things that say microwave safe.
And I sent you an article. No, I'm sure they do, but they shouldn't do it. I sent you an article saying not to do it, and you were like, I don't care. I'm going to do it right now.
You know, I think this is my Gen X sticking out a little bit here, but because you guys are both millennials, right?
Mhm.
I think.
I could find an article that says anything. I was told as a kid that I needed to eat cereal for breakfast because eggs were not healthy.
Fair enough. Malik Washington or Sterling Shepard. You know, we never talk about Sterling Shepard. He got 7 targets last week, I think.
Yeah, Shepard.
Easily Shepard for me. I've been surprised.
Oh, sorry.
I've been surprised at the Malik Washington questions that we're getting. Like, it's a brutal matchup against Atlanta. Everybody seems terrified to use Waddle, and Washington barely plays. I guess he got 8 targets last week, but they're all short yardage targets.
And they were late in the game with a backup quarterback. Not all of them. And Jalen Waddle was off the field for some of it. So yeah, I mean, and look, he turned 8 targets into 30 yards, and that's a season high in yards for him.
Yeah,
No
I like Washington, but they will not use him down the field, and so yeah, it's like 30 yards, 20 yards every week.
All right, guys, let's go rapid fire here. Catch up. May or Jones?
May.
Rodgers or Cousins?
Rodgers.
Cousins.
Fields, Mariota, or
Rank the tie.
what was it? Rodgers for me.
Okay.
I'm going Mariota here.
I'm going Fields.
Oof. I'm going Fields too. I have Rattler right behind him.
Derrick Henry, or no, Hunter Henry or Evan Ingram?
Henry.
Yeah.
Ingram for me. Henderson or Algier? PPR.
Algier, not close.
Or Alger.
Drake May or Jordan Love?
May.
Ooh, I've got those two. I think back to back, I have May higher.
Okay, I will go with May also. Tez Johnson, McLaurin, or Kyle Monangai?
Let's go with Tez.
Man.
I'll go Terry.
That's fine too.
Yeah, I'll go McLaurin, but I want to say Tez. I really like him. Keep missing the who brought the dog one. Okay, half PPR, start 2 flex. Mims, Pitts, Spears, or could get any of those guys off the waiver wire. I'm going to go with Mims and Pitts here.
Okay. No.
All right. I got to go.
All right. See you later. Rashard Smith or Travion Henderson?
Rashard Smith.
Terry McLaurin, Darnell Mooney, Khalil Shakir, DJ Moore, or Jalen Noel?
Mooney. Is it just one? Yeah, Mooney.
DST, Bears, Bills, Jets, Packers, Panthers.
I'll let you handle that one. And on the question, like 3 questions ago, I actually do have Liggett higher than Mims and would be fine dropping Mims for Liggett because I doubt we'll ever see Mims get like a full-time role. Do you have any thoughts on the Liggett stuff? Are you fine with that, or are you more of just like ride with Mims?
I'd rather have Liggett just as a let's see what happens, but I really don't see it with him. I don't know. I mean, Jalen Coker barely played last week. I feel like if he plays, he could be fine. You know, Bryce Young doesn't throw to Liggett at all. It was so much of that was with Dalton. Young's only expected to miss maybe 2 games. Seems like 1. So I don't care, but I don't disagree with you.
I feel like they're really similar this week. I said I do have Liggett higher, but like they're basically the same. But it's like if I feel like Liggett might be like 1 game away, where if he has another good game, where fantasy people are like, "Oh wow, is this it? You know, is it happening?" Whereas like Mims, I would be really surprised if his value like spikes anytime soon.
Yeah, I had a stat on the show on Thursday, or I think it was Thursday or Friday, and Mims has run, I want to say, 1 route inside the 5-yard line. They never use him near the goal line, which
he's not a route winner. He's everything they do in their offense is gimmicky. You know what I mean? And so when it's like a neutral situation, it's like they've got other guys for that.
Yeah, Franklin has run the most routes inside the 5. Like I think even 1 ahead of Sutton. I need a DST. Okay, I'm going to go with the Bills. I don't love these options. Packers are the best actual defense, but I'm going to go with the Bills, even though they're pretty injured right now. I am starting the Bears in a FanDuel lineup, though. Bourne or Ingram? Oh boy.
Bourne.
I feel like Ingram's a little safer. Bourne more upside.
Yeah.
Goddard or Tedero McMillan?
Oh gosh. I guess Tedero McMillan, but like I've said a few times here, I am a lot lower on him this week. And Goddard without AJ Brown seems like a spot where there could be a lot. I feel like there's a lot more upside for Goddard than there is for McMillan.
I think I have a no. Hey, Dave.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Dallas Goddard. Where was it? He played. I think only one game without him last year. How do I not have this in my notes?
You want to look back into the past 4 times that he's played without AJ Brown?
I have last year he had 2 games without AJ Brown, but with Devontae Smith. And in one of those games he scored 6.8 fantasy points and he had 4 targets. And one of those games he scored 27 fantasy points. He had 10 catches for 170 yards on 11 targets.
It's 3 of 4 games without AJ Brown since the playoffs in 2023. And in 3 of them, double-digit PPR points, which is the bare floor that you asked for from a tight end.
Would you start him over Tedero McMillan?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm with Jacob on it. Ted feels a little overrated to me. And Buffalo's getting healthy in their secondary. I could see Carolina having some problems passing today.
They just put their starting safety Taylor Rapp on IR though, so
yeah.
We'll
see. I'm not sure if Rapp was dominant against the pass to begin with.
No, I don't know that he was, but still. Mims or Jaden Higgins?
Mims.
I don't know what to think of Jaden Higgins. I do have to give Jamey a little credit with the Jalen Noel call. I went back and I double-checked his routes and his catches. He had some awesome catches last week. It's just kind of hoping that the Texans put it together and that they give him the opportunity to get more targets and to play a little bit more. I'm nervous about trusting the Texans still, but he did look good overall last week.
The Dallas Goddard splits with AJ Brown off the field are absolutely bananas. It's 175 routes, which is a decent sample over 4 years. 3.16 yards per route run with a 14% target or first down per route run rate. Those are both by far the best tight end in the league. No one's even close to that. He's a really good player.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's always been very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Tedero McMillan or Kamara full PPR?
I don't love either one. I'd go Alvin.
Yeah, Kamara feels safer.
For anyone just joining right now, Dave and Jacob, give me your final Darnell Mooney rankings.
20th in non-PPR. I think he's either 23rd or 24th in full PPR.
Yeah, I'm a little bit higher.
20.
I'm a little bit higher. Wide receiver 17.
Jacob, I know you're not supposed to be on right now. You're more than welcome to stay. If you have to go, feel free. We can handle it. But I know we all have lineups to set and rankings to update and all that stuff. So up to you. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt or Rashid Shaheed, and then Fannin or Downs?
Shaheed and Downs for me.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Waddle, Mooney, Dobbins, Slayton, Marks. Waddle, Mooney, Dobbins, Slayton, Marks.
And what does he need?
He needs a wide receiver and a flex.
I think Dobbins has to be the flex. Did he say PPR, non-PPR?
He didn't say. I'm going to go Mooney. I'm going to go Mooney and Dobbins.
I kind of like Waddle still.
Okay. Harvey or Spears?
Spears, especially if it's PPR.
Yep.
Odunze or Kamara? Did I just do this? Sorry. Odunze or Kamara?
Wrong.
Me too. I'm out here. See you guys. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Fields or Cousins?
I believe I moved Cousins behind Fields.
Gosh. I go Fields.
No, I didn't. I really just don't like Fields this week. Cousins.
Would you start Theo Johnson or wait for Matthew Golden?
I'm a little worried about Matthew Golden, who hasn't quite hit his upside yet, and we're 7 weeks into the season. Christian Watson's coming back. I'm gonna say Golden, but it wouldn't surprise me if in full PPR Theo Johnson ended up being a little better. But Golden's got
Dave.
Question. Kurt, how are your player props, sir?
Harvey or Algier? I'm already starting Bijan.
Let's just go all in on the Falcons.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, who brought the dog? Dart or Dak?
Dak.
There's no way Jacob or Heath would have gotten that reference.
Heath might have gotten it. Heath has seen Ghostbusters, I'm sure, multiple times.
I don't know. Algier, Monangai, or Brashard Smith?
I'd go Algier.
Judkins or Bill, Otten or Schultz?
Judkins over Bill. I'm a vote for Schultz over Otten. I know that I think I'm on an island on that with our crew.
I think I probably would have Otten like one spot ahead.
Yeah, that's I have Schultz one spot ahead of Otten.
I do wonder. I don't think I'd go this route, but hypothetically, if these were all flexes, would you start Otten and Schultz over Judkins? No?
Way too much upside for Judkins.
Yeah.
Can't do
Woody
that.
Marks or Matthew Golden?
I think I'd lean Golden there.
Fannin or Mason Taylor? Okay, Taylor.
These are the tough ones, man. I've got Fannin one spot ahead of Taylor, but I am anti-Jet.
Slayton or Bourne? And Sean
Bourne.
Tucker, Chris Rodriguez, or Brian Rodriguez? Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson Jr. I don't like any of those running backs. I think the one that's got the most upside is probably Tucker. Bourne is who I'd start over Slayton.
Flowers or Mooney? And Jake Ferguson or Derrick Henry?
Mooney and Ferguson. I'm assuming it's full PPR.
You're starting Ferguson over Derrick Henry? Okay.
Yeah. Well,
It is full PPR.
King Henry has to be Derrick Henry. No one calls Hunter Henry King Henry, except maybe Mrs. Hunter Henry.
I said Derrick, right?
That's who I assumed he meant by saying Derrick Henry.
King Henry. Yeah. Okay. And you're going Ferguson over Henry. Okay.
If it's full PPR, yes.
It is.
Okay.
Rico Dowdle or Alvin Kamara or Darnell Mooney? We need to sit one. Sit Mooney, Rico, or Kamara in half PPR.
I'd sit Kamara.
Mooney or Bill, PPR.
I'd start Mooney.
Mooney or Debo, half PPR.
I'd start Debo.
Mooney or Algier.
I'd start Mooney.
Sit one. T. Higgins. Ooh, I love these little emojis. T. Higgins, Romo Dunze, Rashad White. Who are we sitting?
T is an orange horse. Rome has a crown because he likes going to Burger King, and Rashad White has an orange with a weird cut at the top. I think Rome is going to be the one I'd leave out here.
Why do you think Rashad White has the fire emoji?
Good matchup.
Maybe. Fields or Caleb Williams?
Maybe he's really good at grilling steaks. Caleb Williams over Justin Fields for me.
That would make one of us. Otten or Ingram?
I could teach you a few things or two. Otten.
First, you have to buy me a grill. Should I trade Wan'Dale Robinson for Omarion Hampton? Yes. Oh, yes, you definitely should. Right? I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there is concern about when Hampton will come back. We learned this week that he's still in a walking boot. So that's not so great, but he could end up coming back in time for the fantasy playoffs and completely changing your fortunes.
Njoku or Theo Johnson?
With crying donuts. Njoku.
Let's see. Shaheed or Franklin?
Let me double check my rankings on this one. I'm a little nervous about Franklin. I still have him a couple of spots ahead of Shaheed because he's taking on Dallas.
Sit one. Waddle, Algier, or Mason Taylor?
Algier's probably the safest sit. That's the responsible play.
No, I do not mow a lawn or own a grill. I air fry everything. Dart or Caleb Williams?
Jackson Dart.
Rico Dowdle or Ramondre Stevenson? Good question.
That is a good question. I still like Rico. I'm betting on talent here.
Yeah, it's hard to express how good of a matchup Stevenson had last week with Simmons going out and the game score and all that stuff. Much different scenario here. Dave, do you dress up for Halloween at today's game or next Sunday?
Neither.
Well, if you had to choose, which one is more appropriate?
If I had to dress up, next Sunday.
No! I thought
now it's way too soon. You're too far out from Halloween.
The last Sunday before Halloween. Once you get to November, it's over, Dave.
It hasn't started yet.
Mooney or Steve? It started a month ago. It's the whole month. Mooney or Stevenson?
Mooney.
I can't do this anymore.
If you're going
to
dress up on Halloween.
Yeah, but if you could only pick one football game, week 7, week 8,
go
or
to
week
a football
9.
game on a Friday. Go to a high school football game.
Okay. All right, folks. Thanks so much. Good luck, everyone. We're back at about 7:30, 7:40, something like that, to recap all of the day's events. Good luck to you. You're starting a bunch of crappy players. Go get a win, and we'll talk to you later on Fantasy Football Today.